Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Will Simon coming at you live. I'm going to be doing a review of Price Trap and the strategy. Pretty much just breaking down all these different trades that have happened throughout the past week. Because it's Saturday night, I'm obviously going to, of course, just review, do a couple um, examples, and give just the most amount of values I possibly can with this. But this is just truly a test to make sure that my Zoom is fully functional, by the way. So, can see how this works. Cool. What's up? Okay, so hope everybody can see my screen and hear me loud and clear. Oh, this is a castle. Okay, so this is what I was on. Um, so I'll just scroll into this. Okay. So essentially, what is the essence of this trading strategy? This right here, these boxes. Okay, so we make it easy. We try and make it readable. We try and make it accessible for the news person to just come in and be like, okay, wow, I know what like I'm looking for, and like actually have metrics to go off of. So for this, for example, so we'll delete this actually, just to show how to draw it. So I'll delete this and delete this one. Cool. Good. Okay. So what essentially is Price Trap? Price Trap is basically a strategy where all you do coming down this way, coming down, coming down, and I see it come down a final time over here. I'm gonna draw this with the rectangle tool right here. Just click, and it'll give you these options. Just hit rectangle, and then you go over here, and you could also use these like cursors. Like, do you see the lines like going up, and you could basically use those as like a guide, so that you could see. Oh, let me change this. Is that 25? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we just drew a zone at the bottom. This is a floor because this red candle went into it, and then it went away from it. Right here, we just draw up our ceiling. Right here. And the reason why I have this huge white box it in real time, which I think will be so valuable because you'll see how these things actually like play out. Okay, and another thing, once you draw these at your floor, at your ceiling and at your floor, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna want to go in here, press the settings gear thing, go to coordinates. This one you do negative, and then a whole bunch of numbers changes into that. And this one you do just numbers like that, and it will go max out. Basically shoots it all the way across. Okay, and then same for this one. Boom, just like that. Cool. Okay, so this is strategy. Okay, so look, let's do this now as if we were actually watching this for a trade setup. And remember, this is on the 1 hour time frame, and I'll break this down in even more detail in the 15 minutes. So I'll just show you, for example. So like, so you see I can move it. See I can move it. So you see it moving. So it's trapped right now. Okay, what does it do? Okay, press another one. Oh, I think it went out. Oh yeah, it broke out. Okay. Okay, and then now look, it broke out of this zone. And now look, let's go in the 15-minute. So after it breaks out of that zone, this is what I want to show you guys. So let's go here. Yeah, that's that way it's so much more clear on the 15. So we draw everything up for everyone's new. If this is like your first time watching somebody hour, and we enter off the 15-minute. So check this out. I'll do that same thing again. Okay, so remember we trap price over here because this was a ceiling. We trap price over here because that was up into it. Okay. We keep playing along. Okay, it's back in the zones in between. Keeps going up, keeps going up. Remember, every time I move it over and one more candle exposes itself, that's the equivalent of 15 real minutes in the world. Okay, so after that 15 minutes, there was another candle that printed, and then we just keep going. Okay. Okay, there we go. That one right there. Do you see that one? Right there. So that basically gives us the breakout, and now all we're looking for is a retest. Okay, look, it went back in there. So it went out and it went back in. So now we would be entering our trade. So now it's going back, moving up, which is where we're looking for it to go to break the ceiling and become a floor. So it broke. Yeah, some fluctuation. Check that out. How happy would you be that you were patient enough to wait for this break retest, or even just right here, break retest? Okay. how much we see a break, retest, we take it here. That was only what was that, like 7, 8 pips of drawdown, which means that your account is past results do not indicate future results, and results are not typical. Require a lot of hard work, but look, let's just check. Let's just see. So went up already with just this. That's 250. Well, watch. I'll grab this guy again. We'll keep moving it. Where did it keep going? Oh wow, kept going up. Nice. Okay, more. Now it's kind of consolidating. And then this is where like the real structure and stuff and following along with never giving up on trades. This is where that comes in because you see that price is going into that ceiling, going into that next ceiling. Okay, what happened? Price eventually did break the ceiling and become a floor. So it's just like an example. Go back to the 1 hour and delete this huge white box. I thought this was such a cool idea. How to showcase like what it looks like. But yeah, here we go. So this is the 1 hour now. So do you see how like that was down here? Price event. So and this is just to, remember this is just to showcase what the capability like the potentials are. So in order to understand the future, we need to first must understand what happened in the past. Tuesday, May 23rd. Okay, so then 25th happened, 28, 29, 30, 31, and then the 1st of June was when it was at its pretty much peak, and you could have collected 823 plus pips potential. Now remember, trading involves risk, results not guaranteed, but this just happened already, and this is just like one example. Now these other zones up here, these ones right here, this is just for like the more advanced traders. But what we want to focus on is this trade. If we can even learn how to capitalize on some of these trades and learning what our risk is and learning like how to press the buttons on our MetaTrader and how to essentially keep disciplined with this trading plan and this trading style, which is called trend trading. Because if you actually look at the most profitable type of traders, it's not swing traders, it's not intraday traders, it's not the, whatever HFX type of traders. It's the actual trend traders that are the most profitable ones. So this is essentially what it is. We're watching for a ceiling, we're watching for a floor, we're watching for price to enter. There's other tools and resources that we use as well to aid in the actual accuracy of entries in terms of technologies and whatnot, scanners and indicators essentially. So, but yeah, from this point on, we could see that price made a new ceiling, broke the ceiling, became a floor, ceiling, floor, broke the ceiling, became a floor, ceiling, floor, broke the ceiling, became a ceiling, broke the ceiling, became the floor, ceiling, floor, broke the ceiling, became a floor, ceiling, did not become a floor. This ceiling did not become a floor, but this floor right here eventually did get broken and retested, which is basically, when I say a retest, I mean the candles on the chart went below where we drew this blue box, and then they went back towards that blue box. Now this one's okay. Again, just remember this is on the 1 hour, so we're seeing everything in 1 hour. If I go down to the 15-minute time frame, it's much more clear because each of those candles will be representing more information that we can see. And because there's more candles, we'll be able to see direction a little bit differently. But on the 1 hour, you're getting an overview of essentially, because and you also see these horizontal lines right here, like these horizontal lines, like here, here, here. Those represent 1 day. Okay, so in between that horizontal line and in between that horizontal line is 24 candles. And that represents 24 hours in a day. So again, we watch all these trades happen. We see price doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. It makes sense to, be avid with it. So look, I'll even do this. So I'll take this case of watch. So price, remember down here, broke the ceiling and shot up. Okay. Hit a ceiling up here, right? Up, finally broke it, and then went back into it. Okay. Then price hit another ceiling, became a floor. Then price kept on going up and out of this most recent ceiling and retested it to become a floor. Then went down. Then went back through that ceiling. Okay. It made a new ceiling as a new floor. And then just keeps happening, just keeps happening over and over and over and over and over again. So it's just the repetition factor with all this. It's just understanding and training your eyeballs to see these types of moves happen. And you can even keep going, like, yeah. So that's just showcasing. Okay, so this ceiling did not become a floor. However, the ceiling, and then this is like the current trade, the current state of affairs we're in right now. So this is just to showcase that, listen, price can only move 3 ways. It could either move up or it can move sideways, or it could also move down as well. But it can only do one of those 3 things. All the rest is null and void. It does not, like I just don't pay attention to that. If it doesn't do anything else, I don't pay attention to that. Okay, so this is just to showcase basically backtesting. Like what I just performed here is called backtesting, right? We're basically looking back in time from, again, May 23rd to see where price was trapped. It broke the ceiling, became the floor. Boom, we press enter 2 times because if you know the strategy, it's basically, it hasn't changed. Still the same for my YouTube channels. And the rules are also posted in the price trap Telegram as the pinned message. But basically, we're doing twin trading, okay? So when we do this, we have 2 orders. So I'll just showcase what that looks like too. So long position means buy, and down here we press buy, and then we do it again. So we have 2, okay? So do that twice. For risk of these, we do a 1-to-1. So let's see, it's gonna be really small, but do 30 pip take profit. Yeah, it's really tiny. And then that's what she said. I'm just kidding. 30 pips, 30 pips. And then this one, 30 pips, 30 pips. You're just basically editing and entering this manually. And why is it 300 and it's not 3? Because it accounts for the decimal space. That's why. Cool. So let me go down here. And this is essentially trading right here. Okay, so price entry. And then look, I'll showcase this too. I'll actually make it visual. So we'll do a horizontal line, add our stop loss. And then we'll do one for our take profits on 1 order. Cool. Okay, good. Okay, so this is it. This is trading right here. I'll show you this. Basically, we go in here and look. Okay, so because it's so small, I'm zooming in a lot. But because we have 2 orders here, see there's 1, there's 2. So when we take our entry and price goes 10 to press buy, which is ultimately like not our prediction, but like where we wanted like where we just wanted price to go. Okay, so we hit buy twice. Let's say it does go 10 to 15 pips in profit. We take this stop loss, basically our safety net, to give us like room if it did 30 pips of room for it to kind of breathe. That's why we have stop. And also it's like just your risk. And remember, if we're using a 0.01 per 100, 30 pips is only like if you have a $100 account, that's only $3. So that's why it's so powerful, right? And if you have a $100 account while you're trading and you lose $3, like are you gonna be mad about that? I mean, yeah, you could be, but then again, it all comes back to mastering your emotions when it comes to this, like looking at charts and being on the charts and understanding how these things work and like utilizing it and sharpening your axe and just progressing and advancing your not only knowledge of the charts and the candles and just how it works, but just yourself as a whole human being. So look, that's your stop loss. Once now remember 10 to 15 pips. So let's measure here. So yes, price did in fact go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, 10 his hit, perfect, 11, 13. All right, now what we do is we just remove the risk. We make it a risk-free trade. And we don't just, and we do that on both orders. Remember, you press buy twice here. Okay, so what do you do with your stop loss? You bring your stop loss just above your entry. 2 pips to be exact above your entry. The reason why we do that is to calculate for the spread. Now, when you're buying and trading currencies online using online brokers, you basically have to account for a spread, and it basically is a swap from what you're purchasing in terms of a contract and what the broker is owed as well too, because there are fees and some brokers' fees are different. I'm not recommending a specific broker, but that's just how it would work. So to account, because if you set it at break even, most times you actually get a negative result. So if you just put it 2 pips or even 5 pips in profit, you're protecting your account. And again, it's risk free. So now that's the first order. The second order, what we do is we add another thing called a take profit. So you see how it says target at the top here? It says target that price and then 30. So we have a 30 pip take profit. So let's say price goes all the way up and hits this take profit. What actually happens is that one order gets deleted, okay, and taken out, and that 30 pips gets automatically deposited into your like trading brokerage account, whatever broker you're using. So now what's the scenario? We have still one open trade at the entry profit, okay, and now this is where the magic begins, because what I'm about to show you next is called trailing. Okay, what trailing is basically it means following the trend of the or like following the candles, going along with the trend and updating based on structure. And how you're doing that is this. So you just basically look. So For example, here I see price from that entry, buy goes up massive amount of pips, then starts to go down. And then look, I started to go back up. I just take my previous stop loss that was at 2 pips above my entry, and I bring this all the way up here underneath this red candle and that green, that rejection to show where it was coming from. So just underneath it, not in it, but just, so now this trade is still active, and your profit on this second one has now gone up to, you're just guaranteed 314 pips rather than just the 2, or if we left it down here. Now, this is obviously like a trade that went super, super well, but on most of these other trades that we might be taking, sure, it might only go up 50 pips, might only go up 80 pips, not 314, but the concepts are the same. The concept of trailing this underneath the structure and then seeing how it created a ceiling, broke the ceiling, became the floor, eventually over loss just below this structure right here. And then what does that do? That ultimately increases the amount of capital. So you're just increasing the amount of how much you're going to be collecting in terms of pips that go towards your brokerage account. So we're already at 426, and you can see price went like way up. So yeah, here's how move it below this structure here, below this, moves up more, below this, moves up more, below this, moves up a little bit more, go up here, then moves up a little bit more over here, and you see that, and then this is and then right here. So you see how it's, right, yeah, okay, let's do this. Okay, so you see how it went up, down, up. It was here, right? But because price went up, down, up, and went all the way up here, that's why we're bringing it right in between here, just under that structure, just under this, all this stuff right here. Price goes down, and boom, what happens? Oh, it hits. It hits your stop loss, right? So let's drag this all the way over here, and then let's just see what kind of damage we did here. So it's 806 pips. Okay, so not the full move, but I would say that's like more than 80% of that move, maybe even 90%. So this is all we're trying to do with price trap. This is all we're trying to do with straight trading strategies, catch moves at the beginning, because when when the market is trending, that's when you want to be trading, because that's what trend traders do, right? And then trailing the stop loss and understanding the risk and all that, that's beneficiary. So that's basically that for that pair log off. So I appreciate you guys. If you're watching on the recording, if you are watching on YouTube, welcome back. And yeah, let's run it up. Okay, so next thing, still stay on the 1 hour. This one, still currently in this. This was called on a scanner as well. But how simple is this? I just wanted to showcase how 2 lines, 2 boxes basically on a chart. We have a floor and a ceiling. Okay, now it's different because here, I'll draw them out. So this is how you basically draw it out. So you see these 2 candles right here. You go to the body of those candles. See how they're kind of lined up? And then you draw to the bottom of that like little line coming out of the green candle, which is called a wick. Cool. So that's what you do for that zone. And then another cool thing is you can shoot that same way I previously described in this one, number 2. Hit a whole bunch of numbers and then boom, shoots it all the way across so you can see like how it affected it. Cool. So that's our ceiling or our floor, and then boom, let's find our ceiling here. So what I do is I go up to the top of this, I make a line. Okay, and then I make another line to where these candles all aligned. All right. You see that? So from the top of pretty much this wick that came out to the body of all 4 of these candles. So that just signifies strong area of rejection, strong area of, hey, price is really going to do something around this part, like around this area. That's why I do that. And then boom, all you do next is draw the zone, right? Just draw the zone, boom. And then, yeah, you can like delete the lines. You could keep them on there. Right, okay, so that's the zone, perfect. Let's go on the 15-minute because remember, we mark everything up on the 1 hour. So that's the floor, ceiling. Okay, so let's go check out, see what happened. Wow, interesting. Okay, so what did eventually end up happening here is this. Oh, okay, so price did eventually break through, come back up, and fully break through, close below on the 15 minutes. So this is a full 15-minute candle below the zone. That's what we wanted to see. Then price came up in here and started showing mass rejection with this red candle. After that red candle closes, I would be entering this trade because that is proof. And of course, there's other tools like Impulse where you're going to confirm this trade. But look, so if you did take that trade, you immediately went negative 14 pips. So negative, so that's like a negative to 1 pip, then you went up, but nothing more than 10. So remember, we're using a 30 pip stop loss. So did it ever go all the way up here? No, it didn't. It actually dropped heavily, 10 to 15 pips down here. 75 pips down right now. Or like towards the end of the week. This is obviously like because it's on Saturday, this happened previously on like Friday. Yeah, so 75 pips or so. Okay, so how do we look at this? So we look, you see where this entry is. I'll do it on this side. So we do a short position. And then basically, like, some people could be a little bit more patient, understand that, yeah, this was a proper retest in here too. And then when that candle closes, boom, you could take it here, right? That's what a lot of, like, that's what is, of course, more ideal because you're getting, like, not wick entries, but you're just getting, like, really good entries and price went immediately 30 pips in profit. And that's, like, why you collect. Boom, just like that. So yeah, still in that one. I'm just gonna keep trailing and keep updating this one. Euro NZD. Yeah, this one we'll just go on the 1 hour here. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, so I like this one a lot. And this always called out, yeah, again on Tuesday last week. So we tracked price for the top, the ceiling, floor. Price broke the floor, became the ceiling and dropped. And then now we're at this previous level of a floor, floor, floor. And we're just stuck in here. We're in consolidation. So this is how it basically would look. This is from the two previous zones, and then these are the two most recent level of zones. So that's how it would work it. GBP, JPY, GJ. This one I really, really like. So basically, this was called out on the harmonic scanner as well. And so we trap price to the ceiling, like just doing a whole bunch of stuff in between these two boxes. Okay, I drew this drawing right here where it's a line, and then a line going this way, and then a line going up. And then the yellow circle indicates like basically where we would be looking to press buy because it's going to the upside. Like this line is pointing upwards. And then this line is pointing downwards, so this would be looking for a sell. But this did not happen. So like this part is irrelevant. What we're focusing on is what did happen. And if you can see the candles, they broke through and they went back in. You're pressing buy in here with, of course, confirmation with other things in your trading journal and your trading plan. And then, yeah, we'll see how the market opens on Sunday. We'll see what's going on with that. Cool. Free trade set up. GBP, what the heck? GM, we went through that one already. NZD USD, this one already happened, but I want to show you guys how crazy this looks on the 1 hour and how much more amazing it looks on the 15 minute. So 1 sec here. Okay. So yeah, price is a ceiling from this wick to that body of the candle and a floor. Price broke the ceiling, became the floor, and went up. Okay, now remember, if we're using a 1-to-1 risk ratio, if we see price go up and then this blue or this green candle went 24 pips in negative. So you'd be negative. What would that be on 0.01 per $100 account? You'd be $2.49 in negative. So it'd be like red. And then what happened eventually? Just shot up 95 pips. So that's like $9.50 on a $100 account if you're using 0.01 per 100. Or if you're on a $1,000 account, that'd be $94 using 0.01 per 100. And then on a $10,000 account, that'd be 948. And then, of course, you can keep doing the math from there. Because the same concept it takes to make $1 in the market is the same concept it takes to good. Awesome. Everybody understand that one? Pretty simple. All from drawing two things. And then, yeah, look at the 15 minute. This is what I want to show you. How perfect is this? How perfect is this right here? Look at this. So price broke the ceiling, came back in, green candle closed above, and then immediately this green candle is like that's basically your confirmation to be like, okay, I'm gonna take this trade. I'm gonna press buy right here, and then price goes up immediately 10 to 15 pips in profit. There was really no drawdown on this one, which is cool. Yeah, immediately went 10 to 15 pips at a 2 pip stop profit, and you keep trailing. That's it. That's how you basically optimize your entries and how you're getting in and out of the markets. So that way, when you're at like the gym or at work or whatever you're doing, if price ever hits your stop profit, that's a good thing. That means that you basically protected your account and you didn't lose. And you learned how to be more profitable by letting that happen. So USD CAD, we'll go over this last one, then I'm going to end off. So cool, this one. Yeah, amazing. We had the floor marked up here. This was like a much larger zone, but there was another zone within the zone that happened here. So this was marked up on the hourly, and then we see because of this candle, yes, if you went on the 15 minute, it does look pretty crazy. Okay, and doesn't this remind you of a drawing that you saw already? Look, this is what it looks like. Because this is what we're waiting for price to do. We're waiting price for it to go down, break the floor. This floor right here. We're waiting for price to break that. So what did it do? It did that all the way down here. Then came all the way back up here. Okay. And then started to drop. So when that happens, what do? We press sell, sell in this yellow circle. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Okay. All right. But perfect. Like how amazing is that? And you can even go into more detail because like this has option to see it in 5 minutes. Drew. Wow. Hmm. Isn't this fascinating? Look at this. So we see price was a floor, ceiling, right? Price, floor, broke the floor, retested the ceiling. Yeah, okay, there was some drawdown on this one, but let's check. Let's say you did enter off this second red candle right here. You would have went 9.5 pips in negative, like in drawdown, where your account will be red. And then immediately after that went, 50 pips sell here. And it goes the direction that we pressed, like in in correlation with what we want to happen in the market. So when we press sell, we want it to go down. It went way down, 50 pips. Cool. So then you just keep trailing and you keep trailing and you keep trailing. And this is how you get basically all the documentation of all this and what it would look like to see a full trade setup happen. And like, yeah, I know this is how, wait, where are we going here? Yeah, like how powerful is that? Where you see the 15-minute candles literally go boom, break, retest, entry, tank. That's all we want. And then your stop profits in place after 10 to 15 pips and profit. Boom. What did you just do? You protected your account. And then now when price comes down, comes up, what do? You bring that stop loss from 30 pips to 2 pips. That happens. Cool. It's a risk-free trade. The other orders are gone because it already took it out. It took itself out at that 30 pip take profit you set. And then this is where you put that stop loss, making it a stop profit above structure. And you just keep doing that. So above structure here, went down, and then it hit eventually. So yeah, I mean, you're not like for this, for example, like I'd just rather trade like this. Like, okay, yeah, sure, let's do this. That's yeah, 47 pips on top of the 30 that you already collected with that first order. So I mean, I would be pleased with that. That would be an amazing trade because again, all this terminology and stuff it might sound different and weird to you at first and bizarre, but all of language was, and just like with trading currencies or embarking sound weird and just strange. Okay, but the more you're of course watching these YouTube videos and getting on these sessions and understanding how like these trades and how this strategy actually works from and of course watching the greatest of all time, this guy right here, dude, this guy, oh, he's on that. Yeah, when I met him in Dallas, it was just magic. Okay, but yeah, this Christopher Derrick video, boom. This is basically like, oh, okay, yeah, there. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel too where he goes live and does this exact same thing. So yeah, like good artists copying, great artists steal. I'm copying the right cat right now, and I appreciate everybody watching, coming onto this, um, making an effort to learn. If you have any questions, again, like reach out to me on the Price Tribe community, and I'm here to stay, baby. I'm back in full force, and we're going to be running this up and not turning back. So here, I'll stop sharing this and turn my camera back on. Show you guys how how freaking excited I am to be not only a part of RFG and the community that they have out here in Winnipeg, but just excited to be back on like charts and making these moves and all this stuff. So thank you guys once again. I really hope this recording worked, and we'll see you guys on the next session.